Guys, it is your girl Morgan, and I'm going to fix this camera. Okay, there we go. Much better. And today I'm going to be filming a video for you guys, and it is a video that's a little bit different than anyone I've kind of ever filmed. It's different. And it is a true crime video. I've sat down for this video probably about 4 or 5 times, and I've been interrupted, or someone's needed me, or something. Excuse the whistling, that is my brother. And maybe finally I can sit down and film it. I've been interrupted. So, and my source for mainly all of this is Danielle Holland. She covers true crime, a bunch of it, and I love watching her videos. One of my favorite YouTubers to watch for true crime. And just shout out her, make sure I subscribe to her. I love watching her. And the case I'm going to be covering is Reagan toke. And Reagan was born on March 13th, 1995 in Edgewood, Kentucky. But she was raised in Ohio alongside her younger sister. And from the way her family was and the college she went to, she was a very smart person. She was very smart, well-rounded, well put together. She was organized, knew in the direction she was going to, and she was very determined to get to where she wanted to. And Reagan graduated. Well, before we get to when she graduated, let's get to this. She was active in church. She went on several mission trips. She played lacrosse and tennis in her school. And then she graduated from Anthony Wayne High School, I believe it was called, with a 4.5 GPA, which is crazy. And I mean, she was like super smart. She was very determined to get her grades. Her grades was something she focused on. She didn't miss a day of school, really, unless she had to. You know, she was super sick. That's the only thing she didn't miss school. She was that type of person. She was just like that. That's who she was. And she was planning on to be pre-med. That's what she had, the idea of being pre-med. But then she later realized the career path she needed to go down to was psychology. And she was going to attend Ohio State University. And when she graduated, she was going to move to Cleveland, Ohio, and work at the Cleveland Clinic long enough to get into like get used to psychology and working with it, and then she was going to open her own practice. And that's kind of how her life was going to go. And she was very determined to do this. She wasn't the type of person to where she was like, I might do this, but she instead, she was like, I'm going to do this. This is what's going to happen. She had it all planned out, really. She was a very nice, well-planned person, as I have said. And she was nice and friendly, and she was a person you would like to know. And sadly, all that was taken away from her at the age of 20, at the young age of 21, on February the 8th, 2017. So this case was almost 3 years ago. It is young, and still young case, but it's getting older, and that day when it all started was when she went to work a shift at Bodego. I hope I'm saying that right. It's kind of like a bar / restaurant, or like just a place to hang out if you want to. And when she went to work her shift, she they wishing really, she worked, and she got ready to leave at 9:45. She left at 9:45, which was the very last time she was seen. Like her workers, her colleagues or whatever, said that was the last time they saw her was when she was leaving. And she made kind of like a deal to stay in contact with her parents, since her parents had lived in Florida. They lived in Florida, and she lived in Ohio. So they're a decent neat between each other. It was not just a simple drive away anymore. It was you can just hop in the car and drive. Yeah. So they just decided to keep on up by calling and messaging and stuff like that. And when they couldn't get in contact with her, is when they started, because it wasn't like her. They had made this deal to keep in contact since they lived far away. And that was not like Reagan at all. And then the next day, which was February the 9th, she didn't show up to school, which was extremely unlike her. Based on, description of who she was not likely to not show up for school because of how determined, especially months before she was going to graduate, because she was going to graduate that May. She won't just not show up. And then later, she was reported missing. And a lot of her close friends and her family and people just went to school with her and knew her because she was such a nice person. Like, she was one of those people, she was friends with everybody. Like, everyone posted on their social media saying that she was missing, and authorities started to kind of search her movement or what happened that night from her phone. They got permission to look in her phone records, and they found nothing. They found nothing unusual. And the last call she had received was at 10:30, or I think it was a text. The last text she had received was at 10:30, and she didn't respond, which means after that, all the messages that were sent to her after that, her phone was either off or dead, or it was destroyed. It was one of those. More than likely, I believe it was dead. And the search for Reagan moved fast because, searching for her. And then later that day, around 1 p.m., her body, two people had stumbled upon an unclothed body at Scioto Grove Metro Park. And that body was confirmed by her uncle to be Reagan. And it's a sad moment when if you get the call and they find out, oh, she wasn't just kidnapped, she was killed, she's gone. There's no bringing her back. And there was no suspects. They didn't know who did it. There was no witnesses of what had really happened that day. They were able to identify her body by tattoo, but they wanted someone to come in, so they brought her uncle in for to identify the body. Because he had lived close by, he didn't live far away like her other family members. And then there was really no clues to lead them, no clues. There was really no clues to lead them into exactly what had happened. But she had been shot twice in the head. That was confirmed. And so they set out like a lookout, or I can't remember what it was called, for in 1999, so what, Crua, I'm not sure how to say this, whatever down. But, and they had, which had a very Pacific Miami Dolphins sticker on the back of it. So there was something to easily identify it, so they knew it was that Pacific car. And then they later found the car in southeast Columbus, Ohio. And in the car, they found cigarette box, which Reagan didn't smoke. So it obviously wasn't her cigarette box. So they could obviously, from it, they could take it into be tested on the DNA. Which the DNA testing led them to 29-year-old registered sex offender Brian Lee Goldsby, who had just been released from a 6-year prison sentence for robbery and attempted sexual assault 2 months prior to when Reagan was murdered. So that means, you get the thing, it's obviously him. And they sent the whole SWAT team, not just like a little amount, like the whole SWAT team out to go and to get him. And then they charged him. They charged him with aggravated murder, kidnapping, and robbery because he had stole all Reagan's belongings because they weren't in her car. And he was staying in a halfway house and was in an exit room, which means he was going to get his act together, but he didn't do so. And then he was brought for questioning. He typically denied it, really, at first. And then, because they had looked on her credit card to see, if her credit card's missing, was there a transaction done? And it was done on an ATM. And in that ATM, it has a camera, so for robbery. And you could see Goldsby holding a gun to Reagan's head, telling her to get the money out, or he was going to shoot her. And the only money, he did this for $60. And that $60 cost her her life, all because he wanted $60. And we're going to get on later to why he wanted $60 and where exactly he was going. And after a few hours, he started to give out more information, and he introduced someone he called TJ. He didn't really give any information on TJ because he's not. He made him up. And he added a few more stops to her timeline. He said TJ forced him to kidnap someone for money. He didn't say the exact amount of money. He said he was going to kidnap him for money. TJ told him he had to sexually assault Reagan, which is not true. We'll really get into this later on, towards the end of the video. And TJ shot her 2 times at TJ shot her 2 times before driving away, and leaving her in the park. And they got DNA back on the sexual assault, and it was Goldsby who had done it. Because his DNA was in the system, so there was no chance that the DNA was contaminated. He could have said they did because they want him back in prison, which isn't true. And they had tested sweater that he was wearing. They had tested sweater that he was wearing, and they found gunshot residue, which typically ties him to everything that had happened. And they had an ankle monitor on him, which could tell you where he was. And I think they didn't do a very good job of monitoring him, because they could have stopped this if they hadn't noticed something irregular about his stops and whatnot. And when they looked back on tracking him, around 9:05. So I'm gonna stop this video right here, and I'm going to finish it. Part 2. Bye.